updates on sports stories across the globe, especially with AFCON currently ongoing. Aaron Akerijola joins us live from Morocco. Good morning, Aaron.
Thank you very much, Ayo. Good morning to you, Rufai, and Dr. Abatis. Blistering cold here in Fez. Just beside me is the camp of the Super Eagles as we prepare for that very, very important clash against the Atlas, against the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia tomorrow. The Super Eagles actually had a training yesterday as they were made to train on Christmas Day. No rest for the Super Eagles as they decided to put pedal to the metal, literally, ahead of this massive fixture on the 27th, knowing that that is almost like a group decider for the Super Eagles and for the entire Group C. Because when you look at Group C's table as it stands right about now, you will actually see that the Carthage Eagles are ahead of the Super Eagles by goal difference. They do share the same number of points, 3 points apiece, but by goal difference. And that means the Super Eagles, if they want to get a firm footing in Group C, must beat the Carthage Eagles or ensure they do not lose to the Carthage Eagles, as the case may be. So as it stands right now, all eyes will be on that particular fixture for tomorrow. But let's tell you that, of course, yesterday was a day of reprieve, all thanks to Christmas. As we push further, later on today, festivities will begin once again for the AFCON. And thick and fast, we will be setting fixtures that will be going down today. All right, looking at some of the fixtures for today, of course, we're going to be having Zambia versus Comoros, all right, taking place today, kicking off things. Okay, I beg your pardon. Angola versus Zimbabwe, kicking off things today by 1:30 p.m. Then the big one, the star game for today, Egypt, the Pharaohs of Egypt against the Bafana Bafana of South Africa, amongst the several fixtures, and not leaving out Zambia against Comoros. And then the host, Morocco, will be taking on Mali. A lot is expected today. A lot will be decided today. As it stands, so many teams shone like a million stars in the first round of fixtures. Now, the second round, that's where you begin to separate boys from men, and that is where several groups will be taking shape. So as it stands right about now, all eyes will be on fixtures for today, then the big one for the Super Eagles for tomorrow. As you and I know this, as tradition is and custom always demands from the Premier League, while others are still celebrating holidays, the Premier League will be in action. And later on this evening, Newcastle, at Tyneside, will be traveling all the way to Old Trafford to take on Manchester United amongst the Boxing Day fixture. Of course, on Saturday, there will be a flurry of fixtures. Nottingham Forest against Manchester City, Arsenal against Brighton, Brentford against Bournemouth, Burnley against Everton. But as it stands, well, one thing is certain. For several of these fixtures, they will be missing crucial players, all thanks to the Nations Cup happening right about now. And that cannot be overstated because African players and what they bring to football cannot be overstated. Kudos to them.
Okay, thank you very much, Aaron. But in 1 second, what do you predict? Nigeria versus Tunisia, which is our most challenging group stage game tomorrow.
I didn't get you.
What's your prediction? Nigeria versus Tunisia. Briefly, quickly.
Yeah. All right. If I heard you right, Tunisia is a very crucial game. It's a very tough game. Remember, in Cameroon, the Africa Cup of Nations in 2021, Tunisia actually knocked us out in the round of 16. And we'll be hoping that this time around we can actually do one better. They are no pushovers. They won their very first game, 3-1. And the Super Eagles do know that they need to be clinical in front of goal. Against Tanzania and the Taifa Stars, they were probably getting in front of goal. They did not accept themselves. We might have won the game 2-1, but we should have put daylight between ourselves and the Taifa Stars based on rankings and based on play and also based on pedigree. But that didn't happen. But let's see what actually happens with the Super Eagles.
You don't want to commit yourself.
It can only get better.
You are suggesting maybe Tunisia will win 1-0 against Nigeria. Okay, that's what I hear from you.